G'day guys, Sam from the Cybermen here. Today we are doing a best of 3. It is Traitor Dende again with Simon versus me playing Yamcha Burn. Yamcha Burn deck's a bit rusty, just doing a bit of deck testing. So hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers. Alright, so here I am again trying to take on Simon's Dende Freezer, this time with Yamcha Burn. Again, it's the first time I've played this deck, so it's a bit, it's not tuned yet, but still a bit of fun. Dende started, so Traitor Dende has done first turn, grabbed a ball from life and a ball from the deck. Got what looks like 4 maybe? 4 or 5. Grabbing a Call of the Emperor? No, what's it called? Revival of the Emperor from the deck. And passing turn. So with the Yamcha leader, when you attack, you look at the top 2, choose a red card, and place the other card in the drop. Really cool. It's similar to the Piccolo search skill where you get to kind of filter your deck, except it has to be mono red, but that's fine if you just play mono red in the deck. Played the 1-drop Baba. I'm not sure if that was smart. I think it was just to try and clear his board of 5Ks in the next turn. So this, the Bulma super combo that plays like the Babas and things like that for free, it's very annoying. It's a bit annoying to get off, I have to be honest, because I mean, it is very strong, so it makes sense, but you have your opponent and you have to have 8 life between you. So either both players at 4 life, or you know, one player at 6, one player at 2. It makes it means that it only comes into play really late in the game. Especially depending on if you're playing stall decks and decks that don't self-awaken, or decks that don't help you awaken, and you don't have too many awakening cards. It's a bit irritating. So I'm not sure. I've got 4 of in this deck, but I don't know 100% if I'm going to keep it that way. They are very good, obviously, but not being able to use them early or sometimes at all is a bit annoying. So Frieza is playing the Yamcha Bulma super combo in rest mode. And he's probably going to attack it. I was just thinking, do the 2-drop Bulmas come out when they're KO'd? They only come out when cards are removed by skill. So I'm just negging the Tagoma and drawing a card. So this is me reading the 2-drop Bulma to check and seeing that it isn't. So the crit hit the Yamcha off life. Charging 5-drop Goku, yeah. I really like that this deck makes Deadly Defenders somewhat playable. Deadly Defender Krillin. Still pretty jank inclusion, but because the 2-drop Bulma, when it comes in, can play the Deadly Defender Krillin from the drop area for free. So you're essentially getting it out for free. It's still not really that good, but a bit of fun. I think my problem here was I didn't have any cards in hand that I could play early game. My hand was so bad. It was all big cards. There's the last ball. Wish grabbing the Guru back to hand. So I've got a Topo in hand, leaving energy untapped is good for that. Attacking leader. Topo. So there's the counter cooler. I kind of expected that to happen. Just a pain in the ass. This Dende deck, people are really sleeping on it. Like, I know everybody knows Traitor Dende is decent, but they don't get... This is a very, very good deck. I think it's going to be one of the best decks around this meta. I'm not even kidding. It's just so much pressure, and you can get up to sell Zeno so easily as well, with pretty much no energy. As you can see, he used all his energy this turn just for that counter cooler, and he's already got a way to play all these freezes from the drop for free. He's already got 10 on there, I think, or 11, sorry. So he just need to actually play another 4-drop, and that would be 12 with the 3 freezes. Yamcha can awaken at 5 life, untap 1, draw 1. And now comboing out of the double strike, it looks like. So there's the Bulma. You need that active earlier, and you just can't. That's 10 life between, so you still need 2 more life. There is the freezer coming in. So I'm aware here that he probably wants to go Zeno, but it looks like he didn't do it. Interesting. Doesn't have it in hand. Passing turn. Charging. One issue with this Yamcha deck, I guess, especially against this freezer, is it's just you can't start doing things that quickly with this deck. Most of your cards are turn 4 plays. I probably should have grabbed that Everybody's Power Yamcha, to be honest. Depending on what, I can't remember what I have in my hand. So tapping 3. Finish the attack off, I think. 15k to leader. Okay, so tapping 3 to wipe the board. But the thing with this deck again is that he can just bring all those back next turn. He has enough energy to play 3 freezers from the drop area, and that would bring out Cell Zeno if he needed it. But he doesn't even need that. Like, so he's tapping 1 to grab 2 Revival of the Emperors. Doesn't look like he tapped an energy. I think he might have forgotten to tap an energy. So the card, that Bulma Bunny card, doesn't do anything on play. The auto only activates when one of your battle cards is removed by skill. So even though it does the play a 4-drop Earthling from the drop area, it doesn't actually happen when you play it. So that sucks. He didn't tap an energy for that Dragon Raider. I wonder if he'll notice that. And I scooped. Because I knew that there was nothing I could do. This was the best of 3, so let's get into game 2. No sideboarding, we were just playing around, testing. And at this point, I think I played maybe 3 or 4 games against the Freezer, the Traitor Dende, and lost everyone, and just being very frustrated. My hand was bricked at that point as well, so he only had to attack with the crit freezer, and that was it. Double strike, done. So looking at doing mulligans now. Yeah, so as I was saying, this Dende, Traitor Dende deck, just all it needed from the new set. I mean, Cell Zeno is good, but that's been around for a set. The 4-drop green freezer, it makes it so much better. And you haven't seen it against Unison yet either. That freezer comes out, it can either pop a battle card or it can remove 1 marker from a Unison, and then it's a dual attack. So it can essentially remove 3 markers from a Unison by itself, and you're playing it for free with your leader skill or for 2 energy with Revival of the Emperor. It's so good. So against this deck, Unisons are just not even worth playing, because they're just gone straight away. And I really think it is an incredibly tough deck to beat with most matchups. It's aggro. It's as aggro as things like Vegex and stuff like that. It can go long game as well. Has a lot of defense. And a lot of draw power. So he's looking through his life. So no balls in life. It's a good thing. I think Simon will tell you that he prefers to have a couple of balls in life so he can get to turn his super combo on more quickly. Because as you know, he likes to go for game very early. Here is 2 balls. The other thing is, even if you don't get your wish on turn 2, because Revival of the Emperor is only a 2 cost, you can play it on turn 2 with energy. So that's pretty crazy. Wow, there's all the balls. That's got to be 7 already, right? Maybe 6. Tapping 1. I love the way how nonchalant he is with playing battle cards, just throws it on the board. Simon's been playing this deck for a very long time, so he's very used to the way it plays. Yep, so it's 6 in drop. So next turn is Awaken for sure. Charging a Yamcha at 100%. Is that what it is? Looking at the top 2. So you can look at the top card as well, in case you want to not drop cards, because you can look at top up to 2 and then drop the rest in the drop area, the ones that you don't pick. So attacking, and he comboed out. Tapping 1 for Baba again. It's almost like a mirror of the last game. It's almost a bait to get him to pop it with the green freezer in the drop there, because then you can play the bomber blocker for free. So there you go. He popped it, played the bomber blocker for free, and then the bomber blocker plays the Baba again, buffing the leader by 5k for the turn. free play Tagoma to look for a ball put in the drop. So that's his wish. And then he gets to draw a card from Tagoma's skill as well. So he's just bursting anyway to try and get a freezer in the drop, but he didn't get one. And he used the leader to draw, I think. So is that all you've got? Minusing 15 from the freezer and one of the Tagomas, so that freezer is only a 5k now. So if he attacks with anything else, obviously you can combo and kill it. Charging. So yeah, again, against this deck, those Yamchas and the counterplays and things aren't that useful because you're probably not going to play a Unison. That's not worth it. Attacking leader. Just doing a bit of a search. Grabbing a Topo. Top 2 to play everybody's pal Yamcha. So when he attacks, he looks at the top. Oh, I should have drawn. Anyway, I should have looked at the top 3 first. Could have made a difference. So I grabbed another bomber out. So 20k, 2 leader. Thinking about awakening, I think. Oh no, you can't awaken yet. What am I talking about? So this is 3rd turn for Dende, which tends to be one of the most annoying. Swinging leader with the 20k. Taking it. Swinging leader again. No. Yep. And taking it again. Swinging leader with leader. 15 to 10. 20 to 10. Getting the freezer in there. Playing Dragon Radar to grab Revival of the Emperor's back. Simon seems to have trouble picking up his cards a lot. Playing Freezer to pop the bomber blocker, so when the bomber's gone... Oh, I just realised I'm pretty sure that bomber doesn't actually work when it's another bomber card. But in the end it doesn't matter too much because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get smashed. So for future reference, that bomber says an Earthling card is removed by skill that is not a bomber card. So I couldn't play that off that. So anyway, imagine it could. Bomber comes out, plays the Yamcha 4-drop from the drop area. So that Yamcha, when it KOs a battle card, it switches to active mode and gets triple strike and 10k, I believe. Attacking with the critical block. comboing the freezer. So he's obviously bringing that freezer back to pop the Yamcha. No harm, no foul. Swinging leader. Swinging leader again. $20k. Taking it. Charging. Miraculous comeback. Gohan. Tapping 1. Play Baba and give Yamcha 5k, and then awaken. Untap 1, draw 1. Attacking, trying to clear the board. Taking the crit freezer. Looking at the top 2. Grabbing a red card, adding it to my hand. So grabbing another topo. So everybody's power, attacking and looking at top 3, grabbing a Yamcha or Earthling, comboing to neg to 15, so 20 to 15. $20k to 15k. Now passing turn with 4 energy open. I think I have 2 toppers in hand and I'm hoping that's going to buy me another turn. Attacking with freezer. Topo. And there is the cooler. So freezer's on 20k, I'll take it, down to 2 life. And he's attacking again with freezer. There's another topo. Dropping a card. Dragon Radar. To grab 2 Revival of the Emperors back. And he'll likely bring 1 out to play the freezer and pop the topo. Why did he put the cooler in the drop? That was weird. We both didn't notice, I guess. So it's interesting, just while we're waiting for me to decide what I'm doing. That freezer, this Dende Wish deck used to have, or Traitor Dende deck used to have, the 1-star ball, Dark Dragon Ball in it. But it no longer does. Because Simon decided it's not worth having. The deck's just gas as it is, and having that can make it a bit more clunky. So attacking with everybody's pal. It looks like I mixed that up with the leader. Anyway, with the leader skill. 15k to leader, 20k to leader. Attacking with Yamcha. Now I'm doing the skill correctly. So I know he's got 2 Call of the Emperors in hand. So now that super combo is active finally. Right now and I played the bomber. Right now I'm trying to get him down to 4 life. Because I'm gonna try and use the SCR on him. Freezer. So I'm giving herself +5. So she's a 6k now. And attacking. So 6. So that's 15, 16. Not ready yet. 21, 26. That's 25, 30. So I just thought I'd do it anyway, see if I can get something out of his hand. I know I'm going to lose at this point. I'm just like, whatever, show me your hand. Get the negate out. Honestly, I would have been better at this point just playing the Goku, even though he's got 2 attacking. Oh, it KOs all the battle cards, right? All over the place. This is a shambles from me. Terrible. It just shows, like, honestly, I have no confidence against this Dende deck. It's so strong. And attacking leader, giving him all his cards, and it's like, no point. Yeah. Game over. I just gave up. It's this Yamcha deck's a terrible deck to play against it, obviously. The Zamasu deck we put up the other day is also not amazing to play against it. So against other decks, they might be a bit more successful. But this Dende deck is just so powerful and has a lot of combo power and defense. It's insane. But keep an eye on it. Simon's going to do some deck testing live on Twitch soon, and hopefully we'll get some bigger events to actually show that off. Anyway, cheers. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like and subscribe to keep up to date on all the Dragon Ball Super content. We want to thank Grand J Games for all their support and remind you to use the code CyberMen5 at grandjgames.com for 5% off all your singles needs. Cheers.